To video 4 of the resurrection position. I'm getting quite a few people messaging me to ask me about this position and problems they're having in trying to learn how to do it. So I'm going to try and talk you through some of the questions that people have been asking me. First of all, I've got my mum on camera, by the way, so what can possibly go wrong with this video? Mum, if you can come round to this side and film me here. Maybe if you get like a side view of it. So I'm getting a lot of people saying that they can't contort their hands into the position to do the resurrection position. And the truth of the matter is, if you're overbending your thumb or you're overbending your wrist, then you're not doing it right. The best way of describing how to do it is hold your hand like you're about to shake hands with somebody, and then just twist your wrist and then put it down, and it seems to go into the exact position that you need for the resurrection position. The problem I have with beginners though is they don't want to hold that hand at 7 o'clock on the wheel. They want to go around to 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and that's when they tend to contort the thumbs and fingers around. I'm getting a lot of questions about people, what do you actually do with the index finger when you're doing the resurrection position? Well, your index finger, it stays in connection with the wooden bat, and you kind of rock forward from your hip. And I don't think I described that in my other videos, is that you don't push your hands forward like that, you take your whole body into the pot like that. If you can just go back a bit, Mum, and just film the whole body coming in. So you use, the movement comes from your hip, you go forwards like that to get the movement, okay? Any other questions I can think of? Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a larger ball of clay. This is about a 1.5 pound ball of clay, and I'm going to do it with a larger ball of clay so you can see how it works with a larger ball of clay. So I'm going to throw that on the wheel. I'm going to turn the wheel on. I'm going to centre the clay first of all. I'll cone it slightly. It feels like quite a good ball of clay, so I don't need to over cone it really. Having said that, it's taking a while to go on centre, but it's feeling all right now, it's feeling better, okay. So, resurrection position. Hold your hand as though you're going to shake hands, turn it around, just put it there, like that. You shouldn't be overbending your wrist or overbending your thumb. And what I want you to do, Mum, especially, is to focus on what happens with the index finger up to there as I do this. Okay, so I'm going to throw some water on, I'm going to take that water down with me. I'm going to draw my thumb out to 7 o'clock and I'm going to come in. If you can focus on my index finger, Mum. Can you see how it stays down there with the wood like that if I take it off? So you've got that there. Okay, now sometimes with the resurrection position, I'll come down there and I'll grab a small collar of clay and take it up because it kind of gives you a bit of a lift. And I'll come off there like that. So we get that. And as I've demonstrated with all my other videos, the beauty of the resurrection position is if you mess the wall up or mess the pot up, you can come back onto it and you can get it back. You can resurrect the pot. So what I'm going to do with this piece of clay is I might as well do a demonstration. I might as well make a pot with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate what we call a 4-lift bowl, where you make a bowl in 4 lifts. It's just taking me a little while to get this clay back on centre because I really gave it some hassle then. It's feeling good now. So I'll just take my hands off again so you can see where my index finger and my right hand, the rim is tucked into that space there, and my thumb is occupying the inside wall. So the 4-lift bowl is a technique where you do a straight lift to begin with. You grab a collar of clay at the base and you come up in a straight line. That's lift number 1. Lift number 2, you do a plant pot lift where you grab a collar of clay at the base and you slowly come up into a plant pot shape. And what I do after the plant pot lift, I always take a turning tool and I always turn some clay off there, because it's easier to do it now than tomorrow morning when you're actually wiring it off. Third lift is a trumpet lift. The trumpet lift is a little bit like the plant pot lift. You start from the bottom, but when you get to the halfway point, you roll your body over to the right hand side, so you get like that kind of trumpet shape emerging. And I'm going to come off really slowly there. And the last lift is where you bring the rest of the wall out to meet the rim at the top, so you get the bowl in 4 lifts. This is the last lift. Notice the speed of the wheel. It's going really, really slowly for this last lift because the centrifugal force is in danger of taking the rim out too quick. I'm just going to bail it out with the water. And I might just look at the outside shape and just alter it, just see if we can just slightly improve the outside shape. But I'm not actually lifting a colour of clay here. I'm just getting it into a slightly better shape. So there you go, that's the 4 lift bowl and video 4 of the resurrection position over with. Thank you very much for watching.